porque...
We can speak to Amy O'Toole, who's Global Coordinator for Gender-Based Violence in Emergencies at CARE International. Thank you so much for joining us. Is it possible to say why this happens?
Well, we knew before COVID happened that 1 in 3 women globally were experiencing gender-based violence. And since COVID and since we're facing other crises around the world, the number is increasing, unfortunately. There's increasing pressures, there's new climate changes and risks, and there's increased food shortages. So these combined stresses are putting a lot of pressure on families, and especially in poorer areas and poorer communities. And so the risk of gender-based violence, unfortunately, is increasing more than what we've seen before.
OK, forgive me, but I don't quite understand, and maybe that's because my perspective is male. Increased pressure, increased financial pressure, increased situational pressure. Why does that mean that men will act in the ways that we heard in the report there, exposing themselves and masturbating in public, brushing up against women? Why does this happen?
Well, I mean, it can be very contextualized, so it looks different. Gender-based violence can look very different in different places, and there are a lot of social norms, but the underlying cause of gender-based violence is gender inequality. So where you have gender inequality and higher rates of gender inequality, power imbalances, and less voice and representation and leadership of women, you are likely to see more cases of gender-based violence. And where perpetrators aren't held accountable, you also see that behavior and those rates can continue as well.
OK, so where men are not called to account for their behaviours, they will just keep doing it.
I mean, that's part of it. It's a very complex situation, and it does require very concerted efforts to make changes. It's not a simple or easy solution. But we know at the moment that from our own analysis that 150 million more women than men are food insecure. And there are things that we can do to address these disparities and that we can do to also address rates of gender-based violence. Where I sit in Rwanda, we've taken concerted actions to work with men and boys to foster dialogues with couples and among couples, and seen a rate of reduction in intimate partner violence, which is the most common form of GBV. We saw a reduction by 55%. And likewise, we're seeing increased risks of child marriage in many parts of the world. Girls in Somalia are telling us that that's one of their greatest fears, of the pressure to marry early. And we know that we can take action to reduce child marriage as well.
Right.
By similar actions. It's concerted time and effort to have dialogues and work very closely with men and boys, have champions, have role models,
Okay.
and make those changes and have government enforcement and policies in place.
And we see in this report that less than 40% of women who experience violence seek any sort of help. What do you think is preventing them from doing so?
I mean, there are a number of factors. I mean, in some places, services aren't widely or readily available and have decreased. Other places, there is a fear of backlash. So the real key is to address prevention and to invest in efforts to change the behaviors and norms that allow gender-based violence to exist in the first place.
Thank you so much for joining us. Amy O'Toole from CARE International.
Thank you.